Hello YouTubers. What you're looking at is a 44 caliber cast bullet with a gas check on the bottom. It's a copper gas check. It's just a little tiny thing on the bottom. Here's what they look like before they go on the bullet. And this one here is a 22 caliber gas check. Little tiny thing. My newest project, and I've been thinking about it here for a while, is how to make my own gas checks. Because if you look at this, 1,000 gas checks cost $19. Only that was about possibly between 10 and 20 years ago. They're $30 a thousand now. And if I can make a die to go in my press, my reloading press, to stamp these things out, I could save some money and add one more thing to my list of things I can make for myself. So let me make a drawing of what I've got in mind, and you guys can give me an idea if you think it'll work. Be right back. Okay, here we go. First of all, I'd like to point out that making fun of my artwork is not allowed. So, oh well. What we have here is the part that would mount in the bottom ram of my reloading press. This is a real heavy duty valve spring that I got from a guy I work with. This outside edge would go up inside this little part right here, and it would create just a flat disc. And then as you push this up higher, this center part, which is held flush by that valve spring, would now push up into this section right here, which would give it the cup. But it would push far enough that it would make the cup and then push it up into this larger area, so it would be free of all that, and then the next one that you ran in there would not try to form itself right inside the last one you did, because it's up out of the way. This would screw into the top of my reloading press, and I could even put some kind of little bottle or something up here to catch them if I was going crazy making thousands at a time, which is highly unlikely. But you could probably turn them out pretty fast, because the ones that I've seen made that you can buy, you create a little disc like this, and the first die you go through and make a bunch of these little flat discs. Then you have to put them in a little thing and run them up in there, and then that's when it cups it. Well, I want to be able to do it all in one move. And you would just cut your... I'm planning on using copper flashing if it's the right thickness. Cut it about an inch wide, and then just run it in there, run your ram up, run it in a little farther, run your ram up, and just continue doing that until you have a bunch of gas checks. A big roll of copper flashing costs in the neighborhood of $40, and it would probably make 10,000 or 20,000 gas checks, according to whether I was making the big 44 mags or the little 22s, or I want to get a bullet that's 30 caliber that takes a gas check and make a bunch of those. But you'd have to make a different die, complete die, both sides, for each different size gas check. But what I want to do is make one for the 44 mag, just to see if I can do it, and then start working my way down in size. Let me know if you think this will work. I've got to get my measurements, and what I'm going to do is take this little gas check, measure everything about it and the thickness of it, and then I'm going to try to flatten it out so it turns back into this disc. Hopefully it won't stretch when I flatten it back out, so I can get an accurate measurement on the size. And I'm not really positive if a couple thousandths is going to make a difference on how tall it is from the bottom to the top up here. So give me your thoughts and ideas, and maybe point out some things that might make this a little better. Thanks for watching, and I will keep you posted on the progress.